Welcome back to the show. Mike Malone, very complimentary of LeBron and his longevity.
Well, this is not what Mike Malone was saying over the summer. What's going on here?
Play sound.
It's really amazing when you sit back as a fan of the game and not just his body of work, but what he's doing in present day. It's incredible. So, yeah, I hope he gets tired. I hope he wears down. But I've seen no signs of LeBron James slowing down by any means.
Yeah. Wow. But when he was on with McAfee, here's what he said. He was so scared.
Fourth quarter of the Pelicans game. I was over at Joker's house getting a little bit of that Serbian alcohol, whatever it was. More to gain this series, LeBron or Joker? Go ahead, bro.
It's a great question. And let me quickly throw this in, though. Jamal Murray, a ton to gain.
Yes.
If they were, because I'm assuming the winner of this series for this question wins the championship. Because if you lose in the next two rounds, it's not going to matter that much. But wins the championship. Jamal Murray probably seals himself as a Hall of Famer.
No doubt.
Without any All-Star appearances to date, but still. And Anthony Davis already top 75. But,
But validates it. That was a controversial.
Exactly. Honestly, he shouldn't be right now. But if you win this, it validates it. But to the question, look, Jokic, to me, if he moves past Moses Malone on my list, I had him 7th, I think, behind Moses.
7th?
Yeah, because the first 5, obviously, Russell, Kareem, Shaq.
Oh, you're just doing centers.
Centers, yeah.
Okay.
No, he moves ahead of Moses.
Okay.
And now you got a real debate about him and Olajuwon. And, I mean, Olajuwon won his one without Jordan at least. And so there's a debate there. But the answer is clearly LeBron, because it's this would really bolster his GOAT debate.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
His GOAT argument. I mean, we have to see how it plays out. But if he won this 5th ring, now it becomes a real. I mean, it's a real debate anyway. But it's a stronger argument for him if he's got 5 and he's got the
everything
obviously
else.
all the individual
25% stronger.
What? See, where was the? Oh, wait a second. By the way, I wasn't trying to even talk about a championship.
I thought we were just talking about the series.
Me too. But wait a second. But now I am.
It doesn't matter if they lose the next round.
But see, that's where I disagree with you.
You think if he wins this series but loses in the next round?
I have to do something else first. The thing you said, Brew, is obviously correct. That if LeBron gets to 5, it totally changes the GOAT debate.
It does.
And I'm sorry that I now, for the second time, have to do this. When Bill Simmons said it to Wildes 24 hours ago, Wildes didn't make any sarcastic, smart-ass comments like he just did to you. He was like, yep, sound makes sense. Go ahead.
I said 5 to 6. 5 to 6.
5 to 6. And then he made the point, which is correct. Like, yeah, but if it is one ring difference, but then LeBron has all these other arguments for it.
I'm not saying it would make me say he's overjoyed, but it definitely makes it really close.
But I was not thinking about this in the context of winner of this wins the championship.
No. Bruce said it was a great question, then answered another question.
Right.
Hold on. So I want to hear you. I guess you're going to address that.
Yeah.
They just win this series, but lose in the next round. It changes.
So
things
here's what I think. Jokic is in the absolute middle of the LeBron portion of his career. Larry O'Brien or bust.
Yeah.
So winning this series and then getting popped by Phoenix means nothing.
Agreed.
Conversely, for LeBron, if LeBron in his last gasps of his career, what might be his last playoff run, any of these runs could be his last playoff run, beats the overwhelming conference favorites, the team that most people think is the best team in basketball, even though Boston has the best record, that is a very unique accomplishment. So here are my top 10 guys, their age in their final playoff run and what they did. And the reason I'm putting it up there is LeBron's 39. So all the real old guys that made it this late were doing nothing at that point. Now, Jordan's final playoff run, he averaged 32 and won the title, but obviously he was 35, the same age when LeBron won his. The unprecedented nature of being in year 21 at the oldest guy in the league, if he goes toe-to-toe with the universally accepted best player in the league and sends him home.
Be impressive.
That is something.
It would be nice, but it's not. To me, there's one mountain for LeBron to climb, and that's Jordan. This doesn't change that at all, I don't think. If you don't win the championship.
See, so
maybe if you get to the finals, but if you got to the finals and lost,
we talked about
now
this.
people are going to be like, you're 4-7. I get what it would be a great accomplishment, but I'm just saying.
But is it not? So, but
just winning a series?
No, but it'd be a good year for him.
It would be. But is it changing the GOAT conference? Is it a factor in the GOAT?
But if he won the in-season tournament and knocked off the
and then
champs,
got beat in the second round by who would it be?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant,
okay.
or see. So I guess I just look if we're talking about the only thing LeBron can accomplish is the GOAT stuff at this point. I look at everything mattering. It maybe not, some things matter massively, like number of championships, and some things matter a little bit. And I think that if as the oldest guy in the league, as a plus 350 underdog, beats the best player in the league, when he's not supposed to, when both teams are fully healthy, to me, that will be something that is remembered. That people will be like, when they're talking about especially if Jokic then wins the next two?
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, why didn't they win 4 in a row? And it's like, oh, LeBron in his last winning playoff series ever beat him. That's part of the legend.
It would be an achievement, but I just don't think it makes that much difference.
Wonderful.
That's how they all should be.
Wonderful. Diamondbacks, Arizona. Mike Yastrzemski. Remember Carl Yastrzemski used to play for the Red Sox? I do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his son.
Not his son.
It's not his son?
His son's older than you, bro.
Is it grandson?
Yeah.
Carl was great.
Yeah.
Carl was great. I remember
Giants have won 2 in a row. Giants win. Weird Guardians in Boston, where Carl Yastrzemski used to play. This is you know what? On a normal day, this probably wouldn't make Weird and wonderful, but it's off the bag, and he's safe. Guardians win. They're 7 games above 5.
Can you guys beat the Guardians, please?
The Guardians are pretty good.
I understand. There's the only thing the same between the Royals and first place in the whole league.
Red Sox just 10-10. I'm happy with that, to be honest with you. Final weird, Tigers Rangers tied at 7. Tavares gets caught up in a pickle here. This is usually an automatic out, except if you're in your backyard. And guess what? He avoids the tag here. And this is what I like about baseball. Ends up scoring the go-ahead run.
Wow.
Rangers win 9-7.
Heady play.
So that's it. I don't know if it's a heady play or just an accident.
Bad play by the third.
That's Weird and Wonderful National Pastimes. Garden's going to be rocking down the street. Game 1, Sixers, 3-point underdogs. Now, Brew, if this goes south for Philadelphia, specifically for Embiid, what would a first-round exit mean for the reigning MVP?
I've got the Knicks in 7. I think I said it yesterday. All right, so it will go south. Look, he has the built-in excuse of the injury. What is he, 75%? Who knows? All right, he looks like he's playing on one leg. But I'm no longer taking that as an excuse. To me now, he's 30 years old. This is who Joel Embiid is. It's something I'm baking in every year now. Now, he was the MVP in the first few months of the season, and maybe next year, even if they get beat this round, he'll come out and be that for the first few months of the season, and maybe for 2/3 of the season and not get hurt. But guess what? In the playoffs, I will not expect that guy. I will expect a lesser version of that because he's going to be banged up. It's now I look at it like if a guy's short or if a guy's slow. It's a deficit. It's a flaw you got to overcome.
Yeah.
And this is now
changing.
what I'm baking into Joel. It's not changing.
So
at 30, is it changing?
I didn't know you were going to say that, but that then means you have to at least fully consider what I'm going to propose here. Okay, and by the way, because I disagree with you on your prediction for the series, I picked Philly, but we're assuming they lose to the Knicks. I think next year he should start at the All-Star break.
I agree.
Hold on.
No, I mean, I'll hate it. But hold on.
No.
Here's the problem. This year, he restarted.
No, but he
like
was
2
but he
weeks
was
ago.
right. No, but he was
got hurt.
But he was already hurt. He suffered a significant injury that if while he was gone, let me put it like this: if while he was gone, Philly had fallen out of the playoff race entirely.
Seed. That's the
well, no. So, but that'll be up, and they have a lot of cap flexibility and remake the roster, all these things. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this guy is one of the biggest overall players we've ever seen.
Yes.
He's a true 7'2" and 3. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All of it. And almost all of those guys dealt with significant injury issues, except for really Shaq.
Right.
And credit to Shaq, it's part of his greatness. Shaq dealt with the toe and then played a long time and got hurt. But Shaq also started his career way smaller than Embiid. Orlando Shaq, you know what I mean,
skinny.
was skinny and then put on the weight and became more dominant. I don't think it is. I think it's on the board that Joel Embiid has 50 awesome games in him a year.
I buy that.
Because of his body, through no fault of his own.
No,
and because of that, if that is now at 30, damn near a decade into his career, we know that, then you might have to do outside the box things. And the outside the box things might be, okay, the 50 games we're going to get are the final 30 regular season games and 20 playoff games.
You know what I think you do? I hear you, and that makes sense. I think you just load man, and I'm not a fan, obviously, of load management. But in this case, in certain cases, you just have to do it.
You got no choice.
Kawhi Leonard, him, I would start him in the regular season, but I'm load managing. Maybe he plays one game a week or something for a while. And also though, and I'm just throwing this out there when we talked. They got cap room, as you said, this summer. If the Lakers lose, and if LeBron is like, I just won a championship, that's the place to go. Because Embiid, I don't think is going to be the number one guy in a playoff series. I think you need a number one, and let it be LeBron. You got Maxey.
I've loved that idea for a long time.
All right, can I pitch you this theory, or just try to poke holes in it? I love the idea conceptually. From a practical standpoint, you know, we're on a back-to-back. No, we're not even on a back-to-back. We have a day off, and we're sandwiched between Boston and Milwaukee for some reason. And he gave it all against Giannis, and now a Boston, and there's a chance for us to jump the standings or whatever. And I'm Tyrese Maxey, and I just gave it my all. I went into overtime. I played 50 minutes. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm out. Like, are you hurt? Like, no.
I think everybody understands.
I think everybody would understand. I think there are certain things. This is the same. Like, I think that there are certain guys. Like, if this thing that I'm proposing here, let's say LeBron had gotten hurt again at the end of this year, but wanted to keep playing, I would have proposed the same. It's like, okay, LeBron at this age just can't play a full season. It's understandable.
You almost have to like.
I think starting him so late is kind of tough. But again, play through the season and take
doing
a lot of
something.
days off.
I don't think it's going to come to that. But if they lose and he's not 100%, you can't just keep doing the same thing. And Kawhi's another good example, man.
Ben
Another
Simmons
good example.
loved this segment.